Hashiv, welcome back to Daddy Gamer and Kilted Survival, to the wonderful, delightful leveling things series. I have been leveling for, what, 5-6 episodes now? So, thanks for sticking with me. Or not. Maybe you gave up, and that's cool too. Though I suppose if you gave up, then you wouldn't be hearing this. So, you know. Anyways, just been leveling all this stuff here. Working on expanding the village. Just working on it over here. Oops. Alright, so we want sand and sand and sand. Alright. And also potatoes, because we always want potatoes. Potatoes are the best. Oops. So I hope everyone is doing well today and staying safe. Staying quarantined. Staying where you're, just being healthy. It's a good thing to be. Stay inside. Don't be breaking quarantine just because things are opening up. That does not mean everything's back to normal. This is, we're still in a pandemic, y'all. So I understand we want to get outside. And with moderation, you can do some stuff, but don't be stupid as well, because I care about you, and I also care about getting back to actual normal. And that means we need to flatten this curve. So hope you are all doing well and staying healthy and sane. That's a big part of this. This is a big challenge. But it's a great challenge for us to overcome, because we will be better as human beings, as a nation, as families, because of all this. But that's because it is hard. That's because it's difficult to go through. We're already seeing, like in China, we're seeing in various places, a rise in divorces, a rise in abuse, unfortunately, because it's hard to live with one another all the time. But for the people who are able to make it, it's going to be that much, our relationships are going to be that much stronger. And it is not easy. It is not easy. But it is good. So keep that in mind. That's a little bit of knowledge and thought. And Ahsoka, our gamer dog, is trying desperately to get up onto something, anything, whatever I can get. Any port in a storm, eh? But anyways, just stick with it. If you're having a hard time, reach out. Get some perspective. It's amazing the world that we live in, can you imagine having gone through, 100 years ago, we had the Spanish flu, and very similar situation in many respects. And yet, best mode of communication at the time was what, newspapers? It's amazing how much ability we have to, I can be playing a video game here and you could be watching me live or afterwards. You could talk with me right now. You can talk with literally anyone on the planet just about. And odds are you can see their face too. That's pretty cool. There are things that we can do right here, right now that those before us, could not even imagine. What are we doing? We're making some shovels. We need to make some more sticks. Okay, cool. Let's make a couple more shovels. Let's get some more sand. Let's get some of the sand over here. Top of this thing. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, sun's going down. But yeah, anyways, reach out. I'm here. You can contact me or, friends and family. One of the best things I think about this is I've been reconnecting with some old friends, and I've been making some new friends and connecting and doing new things. And there's a great opportunity to do that. So yeah, anyways, stay safe and healthy and sane. Sane is a good thing. Especially when everybody does not seem to be being sane in so many ways. There's so much craziness in the world with all of this. There was a lot of craziness in the world, but this is just this is accelerating so many different things. It's really accelerating the digitalization of our society. It is accelerating a lot of the economic challenges that we have been facing and seeing on the horizon. It's really accelerated a lot of the changes in all aspects of our life. The life of the church, I've definitely seen how where the church of the 21st century is different. And this has really caused us to do things differently and realize that the way that we're the church in this day and age is not quite the same. And the way that we're friends, and the way that we're family, and the way that we do things together can be different, and that's okay. You know what? It's okay to be different. It's okay to find new ways to do things. It's scary and it's hard sometimes, but it's also good. It's great to discover new ways to do things, to innovate. to challenge yourself. I mean, we don't play video games, we don't play Minecraft because it is just easy all the time, and we know, there's not a program. It's not a story that's created for us. We have to make our own story. And you know what? We have to do that with life too. We make our own stories. We forge connections, and we build a world that we want, right? We create. We do new things. This is one of the reasons why we love this game so much. And it's the reason that we should be able to thrive, right? Thrive in this new world. Because we're building a world, right? It's what we do in this game. Oh no! But it's also what we do in the real world. This game is a metaphor for so many things, which is why it's so great. Waxing philosophical today. That's okay. Because I'm creating a world that we would like to see. I'm practicing in video game form the kind of things that I would like to do in the real world, right? It's not necessarily flattening things and boring people out of their skulls, but it's creating community and creating a new environment. There's a storm going through. Has nothing to do with the previous comments, but just thought you might like to know what's going on in this neck of the woods. Let's do that. So what's going on in your neck of the woods? Hope you're doing well. As I mentioned before, there's a lot of places that are, opening up and starting to open up more businesses and let people get out a little bit more. I kind of go back and forth whether that's good or bad. I was convinced South Carolina was, it was going to be really bad. And we were just opening things up, and it was going to go really poorly. But you know what? It's gone. Oh, that was nice. That's my brother asking if I wanted to play a game that I don't actually have, but that was really sweet of him to ask. Anyways, let's make a bunch of sticks. Let me go. Oh, actually, you know what I should do? I really should take out some of these. Some of this stuff. I've got a zombie killing itself over there. So yeah, we're waxing philosophical here today on Kilted Survival, discussing the metaphorical benefits of world-building game, all the lessons that we can learn. we can grow. And it's not just about, video games. Video games are fun, don't get me wrong. But, to a certain extent, video games let us rehearse the real world. Rehearse our lives. Make decisions before we make decisions. Right? And practice. That's really what it is. It's storytelling and it's practice. Storytelling, that's really what storytelling is. It's practicing the world we want to see. There's something about how we as humans, we just learn things in story form. There's a reason why we learn history when we actually learn history, not the way that it's usually taught, but when we actually learn history, it's because we learn the stories of people and what they do. Mama Gamer and I are watching actually a surprisingly great, though very adult, so just be warned, show called The Great. It's about Catherine the Great. And, oh, hello, doggies. Can we come on over here? Come on. And just what a fascinating story. What a fascinating life. Catherine the Great. And the choices that she was making, and it's like a comedic historical book, show, which is fascinating. It's a way to tell these great stories of really challenging times, in a way that's very entertaining, and pretty bawdy, frankly. There's lots of sex, lots and lots of sex. But yeah, we learn through stories. We learn through the experiences of others. And this bunny is just not having a good time. Thank you. Yeah, we learn that way. Why was I saying that? Oh, yeah, right. Video games are a way for us to rehearse story and rehearse decision making. And again, there's lots of video games and stories about war and killing people and whatever the heck Fortnite is about. It's there's all of that. And that's there. Yeah, absolutely. But what is so unique and amazing about this game in particular is that it is about building. And don't we need that right now? Don't we need to hear that we can build? Don't we need to hear that we can create a better world? So I encourage you to do that, right? Spend this time in quarantine and build a better you. Be the change that you want to see in the world. And right, don't let it just be a game. Don't let it just be, and by it, I don't mean, this game, because obviously this game is a game, right? It's a Duh, it's a game. But don't let your life be a game. Don't let your life be a waste. I mean, I don't mean waste, because your life is not a waste. Even if you play video games. But there are grander things, maybe, that you can do and no one else can. You know, this quarantine is giving everybody a little bit of chance to think about who they are, maybe what they're called to be and to do. What are the challenges that you're called to face? What are the things that you can do that no one else in the history of the world can do? Can you be... Oh, man. Oh, man. Can you be great? Right? Catherine the Great. Can you be... Can you do something? Are you in a place where you can affect change that nobody else could do? I think you are. Because you are unique and you are called to something. I don't know what it is, but it's the only thing. It's not the only thing that you can do, but it's something that only you can do. There's no one like you in all the world. Never has been, never will be. And the particular mix of traits and experiences, the things that you've been through, good and bad, right? Maybe the bad or even terrible things that you've been through. The things that you like, the way that you see the world. You're the only one, just like you. Which means that there are things that only you can do. Literally no one else in all of the history of the world is just like you. So what can you do that no one else can do? What is the perspective that you give to the rest of the world that no one else can give? Right? Think about those things. Think about what uniqueness that you bring. Yeah, maybe you're a little bit weird. Maybe you got some quirks. That's okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I keep doing that. We've all got weird quirks. We're all unique. The challenge is to embrace that uniqueness. To be uniquely and authoritatively you. And let the world see that unique perspective that you bring. Do the thing that you and only you can do. And it may not be to, you know, rule Russia. It may be something something that maybe somebody else would think is insignificant. But that's fine. Right? Do what you do with significance. Love the people around you. You make a difference in their lives. You know, reach out to those friends that you have not talked to in a long, long time. See how they're doing in all this. Make art. I read an article this morning about a woman who, she's a lawyer, she's a mom in New York, she's quarantined, and she started painting like spoofy quarantine covers of children's books. So it's things like Goodnight Zoom or oh gosh, all the places you won't go, or Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad 2020. I mean, just silly stuff. But she thought it was funny, and it kind of gave her a little bit of joy, and so she put it on her social media, and people started just loving it and requesting more. And so she does one every night. She paints a new one and shares it. Oh, dude, what are you doing here in my house? Come on. Come on. Come on. Anyways, what is the art that you can bring to the world? What's that? And art really is just providing your perspective. It's showing the world the way that you see the world. How can you do that? Maybe through, traditional art, maybe through video game, maybe through, just sharing the way that you see the world. Because doing that also allows others not only to see the way that you see the world, but also inspires others to share the way that they see the world. Artists and entrepreneurs are both have a very similar effect to an economy. They allow people to dream and think and see the world differently and do things, see new possibilities where maybe they didn't see possibilities before. Oh, you did. So how can you be that? How can you do that? How can you change the world? You're a little corner of it. I encourage you to do so. Let's open this up a little bit. Anyways, that's my musings for today. while we're at this, let's go ahead and add some more fences here, because we don't want, if people are doing archery, do not want a bunch of bow shots going into what is now more of the town. Well, we've flattened out this whole area, and yeah, I think that's pretty good. That's pretty awesome. So we'll continue to work on this, and let me go ahead and take down these berry bushes and fill that in. Yep, no dogs falling down there. Man, these berry bushes are bunny traps. And do I have anything that I don't want right now? Oh, I can combine that. I got that. Coney. Here you go. Pick up this stuff. Yeah, there we go. It's good. Anyways, go out there, be awesome. Be, you know, use this time. Explore, do something different, do something that only you can do. Or you know what, just take some rest. We work ourselves so hard. We run around chasing our tails like these crazy cats who, like, I do not know what they're doing. But that's us so often. You know, like freaking running all over the place constantly. For what? Is there a purpose? No. Because we think that that's what we're supposed to be doing. But it's not. You know, there's so much more. You don't have to be busy for busy's sake. If you're busy and accomplishing and doing something, great. But if you're busy because you think you're supposed to be busy, you know, that's something totally different. It's totally different. Anyways, so I've gabbed long enough and done a philosophical treatise. Anyways, thanks for joining me today. Thanks for listening to me plather. It's not a word. Blather on. Mr. Map Maker, would you please leave my domicile? Would you kindly go away? Alright. Anyways, thanks for joining me. Like this video, share it with someone else, give somebody a hug. And yeah, keep being awesome. Go out there, be safe, be sane, and I will see you next time. Alright. Martian Leaf. Bye.